Hi everyone, Comic Review here, this time reviewing on issue 4 of Untold Tales of Spider-Man. Now, the issue starts off with Spider-Man battling these strange sort of villains. And of course is getting a thrashing where Colonel Jameson is videotaping Spider-Man and is getting beaten badly by these villains. But eventually one of them do F up. And Spider-Man manages to try and get away, but it doesn't work well. So Colonel Jameson sees this, and obviously, sees Spider-Man has potential. Meanwhile, at the J. Bugle building, Colonel Jameson's talking with his father, John Jameson, about how Spider-Man could be useful for the NASA project. Of course, they get into an argument about this. Meanwhile, Peter Parker says goodbye to Aunt May. And, Flash and the others ask Peter if he wants a ride. Obviously, it's pretty full up, so I guess it wouldn't work well. He says, sure, Flash, thanks for us. Then, he goes off. Then, but one of them does say, Flash, that's kind of mean. And, so what? You'll care about Peter Parker? So Peter's about to, shoot some web at Flash, but he knows how dumb that would be. You have to respect Peter for that. So, of course, John Betty talk about the spacemen. So, the spacemen reveal their origin, which is kind of similar to the Fantastic Four. Rocketed into space and ended up getting superpowers. So John Jameson sees a lot of potential for them and starts to, market on them and such. Of course, everyone starts to treat Spider-Man badly, like the bad guy and such. So, John Jameson talks with Parker about this, and meanwhile, afterwards, the spacemen show up at this big thing, and you see Harry with Gwen asking if we want to get a soda later, and Captain Stacy talks with John Jameson about this whole spaceman setup thing, and that Spider-Man's not really a bad guy. Now, you respect Captain Stacy with this, and you think about it, John Jameson is betting a lot of hope on this spaceman thing. He doesn't even know what they're like, or what could go wrong. So, of course, no, they're having until Spider-Man shows up, takes down one of the spacemen, and everyone gets angry with him. So, then they suck him into space where the spacemen do a good flashing on him. Until they're pulled out, reveals that all the money they've stolen appears out of nowhere. And they're eventually exposed for it. Now, this puts Jameson at rage, because you think about it, he put a lot of hope on the Spacemen project. The Spacemen thing, and it's pretty messed up. So, Colonel Jameson mentions how Spider-Man's not going to be part of the project anymore. But John Jameson doesn't want to hear anything. He's just talking about why Spider-Man wears a mask and such. And you can understand how he feels, because you think about it, Spider-Man ruined his stories on the spacemen and such. The next issue will be with the Vulture and that. So, the issue itself is pretty kind of okay-ish. This is the only time you see the spacemen. You don't see them in any future other Marvel stories. I give this a thumbs in the middle. Could have done better. But that's just me. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.